Oh, are we broadcasting now?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, broadcasting from Atomo, Iowa, it's Claus and Convo, the show that enjoys long walks on the beach and hot cocoa by the fire.
And beating the crap out of stuff to make them work.
I am your very romantic host, Dante Padfoot.
And I am Striker Chiguar.
And
How
guys,
are you?
And guys, I'm sorry I wasn't here last week, but I can explain in a little bit. For now, check out this piece that Striker just drew.
Yes. This is a sneak peek of the our front page artwork.
It's pretty freaking awesome, to say the least.
I'm gonna finish that up on the throw that in GIMP and finish it up on the computer with digitally.
Oh
And,
yeah.
Yeah, we'll have some nice channel art here.
Yeah, we should probably, like, if we go to MFF, well, I'm going to MFF, we should get a commission of us behind the microphones drinking coffee or something.
Yes.
Something cool like that.
I think we should do shirts.
Oh, we should. What if we just wore shirts everywhere and, like, oh, that'd be so cool. I would love that, Claus and Convo shirts. I'd like to welcome our old friend Fallon McDuncan, who's in the chat room right now, who hasn't joined us in a while. It's very nice to see you again, good sir. Anyway, so we got a good show for you guys today, as usual. There's, you know, it's weird. I couldn't find very much news. I found like 3 news articles that are good.
No, anything on Flera?
There was like one thing on Flera. Other than that, it was mostly just reviews of stuff.
Yeah.
I got a review of Turbo that's supposed to be like a really funny review or something. I don't know. I brought this up because I know a lot of people are kind of curious to see what, you know, Turbo is going to be like.
Last week I covered the furries at San Francisco Pride.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I saw that article. By the way, we're also broadcasting over Strike Pod Radio, and we're recording. Are we?
Yes,
yes.
It's working.
Broadcasting over Strike Pod Radio, and we're also recording the audio version. So if you're listening to this in the car or wherever you else you want to listen to. The last episode that was the last episode that I was in, it was like 2 weeks ago. We recorded just the audio, and because the video crapped out.
Ustream refused to record it.
Yeah, which is Ustream does this all the time.
But anyway,
the
weather here is nice.
Yes,
it's very nice.
It is. It is very nice. Okay,
beautiful.
The weather in Iowa right now is like this. Where I go outside and I'm expecting it to be like ridiculously hot, but it's really cool and sunny. It's like the perfect weather. It's awesome. It's not humid or anything.
Yeah, we're right in the middle of Iowa's little weather mood swings here.
Yeah. So this is a good spot in Iowa right now. So we're pretty happy.
Yeah, but it probably won't last too long. Pretty soon it'll come around and kick us in the balls.
It usually does. I mean, Iowa doesn't stay good for long. It's very, very bipolar when it comes to weather. But yeah, anyways, the last time we recorded the episode with just the audio, it actually got more views on YouTube because people just opened it up and listened to it in the background or something, apparently, because, it got more views than most of the recorded episodes, or than most of the episodes where we record the video. Because, I mean, unless you watch it live, it's kind of boring to just watch us. Like, hey, look at our faces.
I did just remember just the other day to put it on our furry website. Our furries.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a reason why.
.com.
It's that's probably another reason why it's getting more views. The Iowa furries like Claus and Convo, don't you guys? Yeah, we really appreciate your guys' support, though. It means a lot to us. But yeah, the last episode we posted was like episode 14. That was a long time ago. So now we're finally, posting the new ones on there. I need more coffee. Hold on just a second. I am also going to be working an overnight shift tonight, so that's going to be really fun at my grocery store, Hy-Vee. And I actually really enjoy working overnight because there's like no customers there, and it's really interesting to see all the I mean, there's the few customers that are there are the ones, the kind of people you'd expect to see in a grocery store at like 3 a.m. So, yeah. Another piece of
like furries.
Like furries, yeah. Another piece of news, though. My friend Josh, like a week ago, broke this table. This table that we have on.
So now it goes like this.
Really, really wobbly. So before, yeah, I mean, you guys have known before.
I'm just breathing on it right now.
Don't even look at it. You know,
although if we suddenly get an earthquake, everything will be on the table will be safe.
Probably.
Maybe.
Because the ground will be, yeah. I don't know. Just an assumption. But you know, we've had difficulties in the past with like me bumping the table and spilling coffee. Well, now it's like 5 times worse.
Level 2!
Now it's the advanced level.
Boss level.
The boss level of trying not to spill coffee. Which is really, really random. But whatever.
Yes.
By the way, we're also going to have a new mini segment on here. It's going to be...
Just, what? I don't...
Who is this?
I don't know, but he's getting kicked.
What the... Okay. Yeah, so we have somebody...
I think I know who it is.
Isn't that Andy guy that was here one time?
I was hoping you wouldn't mention his name, but...
Sorry. Anyways, I don't think anyone cares or knows his last name.
We're not supposed to mention our enemies on...
Holy crap, anonymous user bombs chat. Yep. That's what felt. Yeah, anyways, moving on.
Shotgun to the face.
I'm not even going to mention the kind of stuff he's saying in the
Yeah, you can read it. It's everyone can see it.
Yeah. That's
but,
whatevs.
Call me Thor.
So yeah, actually this
hammer.
week we did remember to put the stuffed fox on the table. We didn't remember last week, the week before. Last episode I was here, that's for sure. So yeah. Anyways, how was your week, Stryker?
Oh, it was pretty good. I don't know if there's a possibility I might be moving sooner than I expected.
Ooh, tell us more about that.
Turns out my boss's father owns rental properties. So he's going to look into it.
Cool. It's always good to have connections.
Yeah.
The only reason
and I've got first resources looking into all the paperwork and stuff for like HUD and kind of helping me out to get on my own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice. And it might end up being not an apartment but an actual house.
Really?
Maybe.
Ooh.
No
That's
guarantees,
cool.
but yeah.
Well, whichever you get, I'm sure you'd be happy with.
Yeah. It'd be nice to actually have a driveway.
Yeah. As opposed to the situation right now, okay, let me tell you a funny story about my apartment manager. She's really, really uptight, obviously, because she's an apartment manager, and she gets on me and my sister's back all the time about little tiny things that don't even really mean anything. Recently, she's been getting on our backs about people, spending the night, quote unquote, and getting upset about that. So she sends us a note that says, Herrings, I'd like to talk to you about this white car that has been staying at your house all the time. That's my friend Rachel, who stays here. She never stays the night. She just comes over here every once in a while, like every other day, and she's freaking out, going, they need to sign a lease if they're going to stay here for more than. I'm just like, she's not even spending the night, for goodness sake. And one time she got on our back about putting a crate of stuff on the patio. Like, she wouldn't shut up about it. It was insane. Oh my word! She gives us.
You're making me feel better. my apartment manager is cool.
I'm really jealous, actually.
That's nice.
My apartment manager, whenever there's something like that we're doing, she'll always try to subtly tell us that we're doing it, because she'll say, like, she'll write a big note that she puts on everyone's door, and it usually only applies to me and Haley. Like, usually, like, we're the only one that's doing it, but she does it to the entire apartment so we don't feel singled out or something. I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, it's a very interesting experience.
I'm not
this person.
I'm not going to name any names.
Oh boy.
Kind of like that,
Yeah, it's interesting, but it's all good. I mean, most of the time I can deal with it. I'm just ranting. It's really not that bad.
Yeah.
So hold on, I'm gonna drink more coffee.
Yeah. And also, if you've been watching if you follow our Facebook page,
which you should.
We totally forgot it existed, but exists.
That's true. Like, we don't ever post anything on there anymore.
I hate Facebook.
I don't use Facebook that often either.
I only use it because people who aren't on anything else are on Facebook. You know, so just a means of communication, basically.
That's literally the only reason I still use it. Is because everyone else is on it.
You know, just it's turning into Tumblr.
Yeah, it is. I like Tumblr.
Everything you see on Facebook came from Tumblr.
Tumblr and Reddit. Yeah. Like, Reddit is the king of the internet now.
Yeah. Which we do have a Reddit.
Yes, we do have a Reddit.
Speaking of StrikePaw, as I posted on my on our page on Facebook, I figured we'd do a little something involving KSP.
What's KSP?
Kerbal Space Program.
Oh,
which
I see.
I'm going to bring this up here first in a second.
Okie doke.
But yeah, I think we need more community stuff. We need good StrikePaw community in on stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, well,
I saw a lot of YouTubers. I saw this. You know, there's like a international YouTube space station where a bunch of YouTubers passed around a save file and assembled a huge space station.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that on Facebook that you posted.
Yeah.
About the StrikePaw space station or something.
Yeah.
While you bring that up, though, I can tell the story of why I wasn't here last week. I mean, remember how I said that I asked them to not ever work on Fridays anymore? And they said, okay, so they didn't, it wasn't their fault, they didn't schedule me on Friday. But my sister had to play for a wedding, and she asked for that day off, and they didn't give it to her, so I had to work for her. Otherwise, she wasn't going to make the $50. So I was like, it's kind of worth the extra $50. So
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I was like, this time we'll just have to, I'll let Stryker do the show himself. I hope that went well.
Yeah, I ran out of stuff, so I just picked up a guitar and played for half the show.
My man, that's how you do it.
I had to do something to fill the time, right?
Yeah, it's I don't know. A lot of times I lose. I run out of stuff to talk about all the time, but it's whatever. I'm pretty good at improv for the most part, so I can just go ahead and talk about random crap for, a couple hours if I need to. Whether or not I'm boring you guys or not is really none of my concern. Because you just gotta suffer through it. So, anyways. Is the bandwidth doing okay?
Yeah, it's doing all right now.
As
long as we have it on crap quality.
Yeah, which is really sad, actually. It's whatevs, though. I should go into Flera and find a video. While you're doing that, I'm gonna look for. There was a News Bites thing on Flera that has like the news highlights or whatever. And there was. Here we go. Rottweiler survives. Not that one. Video. Dog nearly run over at Tour de France. Ooh. Oh, never mind. Page not found. Wow, that's annoying. Speaking of which, FA has been down recently, and you can tell when FA is down recently because everybody starts complaining about it immediately.
Yeah, I've decided it's not even worth putting any effort into saying Perfinity's down.
Yeah, because everyone does.
It's not a surprise anymore.
It does it like every once in a while. Just get used to it,
I mean, you can kind of sense it in the air. So there's a little, like a FA sense or something, some crap.
My FA sense is tingling. FA is down.
FA is down.
What? No! My FA sense is tingling. That means that FA is down.
Oh.
I'm talking like William Shatner. Gone!
That was terrible.
Anyways, yeah, point being, you can tell when FA is down. Half of it is because you can sense it, and half of it is because everyone complains about it immediately after it goes down. It's got
shock tremors.
Okay. But yeah, it's Oh, Fallon McDuncan says is it a surprise that I have cheese that was imported from Ireland. I didn't even know Ireland was famous for their cheese.
I've heard they've got good cheese.
Interesting.
I think isn't that where cheddar comes from?
Ireland? I don't know.
There's a town called Cheddar.
I
think.
I did not know that.
I don't know.
That's interesting. I should probably look that up. That's cool. Yeah, where the heck did you get cheese imported from Ireland? Did you just buy it from the grocery store, or order it online, or go to Ireland yourself and pick it up and spend a crap ton of money just to pick up some cheese? I would do that.
Okay, so anyway, moving on.
Anyways, moving on from the topic of cheese from Ireland.
From cheese to space.
The cheese wheel rolling over the fields of Dublin.
So as this thing loads.
Anyways, I got this.
Waiting.
Where is it? Yeah, the video is not there, but I'm gonna look. I don't know if you guys ever saw the video of the two cows humping on the side of the road, and somebody like runs into them. It's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Let me go back and see if I can find it. It's so funny.
Yes. Anyway. Yeah, so if you play Kerbal Space Program,
which you should,
yeah, it's pretty cheap, and it's really, really big, I guess. So.
You guess.
No, it's a really good game.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like, things that make you think and fix things, or if you're just like crashing. Either way,
if you just like disastrous crashes that destroy buildings and burn people alive, and yeah.
So yeah, here I got this little space station core in a 300-kilometer over Kerbin. So yeah, basically what we're going to do is if you play and you want to add stuff to this, you just send an email. And, let us know what you're want to add to it. Whether it's like a fuel module or habitation or docking, whatever. Whatever your utilities are, you just email me, just brief description, And I'll send you a save file and you fly it up and dock it yourself. Without any hacks, cheats, or mods. Keep it vanilla. Because, that's how I got this into space.
Yeah.
Not that we're going to demand proof or evidence, but, just as a subset,
Yeah. Fallon Duncan says he got it from Whole Foods Market. Ooh. I didn't know you could get cheese imported from Ireland at Whole Foods Market.
So, yeah, just email me. I'll email the save file and send it, and which goes in your KSP folder.
Oh yeah.
Installation folder under saves. It's easy to figure out. And you just send it back, and it'll get passed along until it's a massive structure that spans for infinity. Yeah.
Anyways, yep. Go ahead and do that. It's
yeah.
If you play Kerbal Space Program, you should totally do that. Get involved in the Strike Paw
This
thing.
is just one of many little Strike Paw community things that probably start doing. And it's not just in KSP. It's it's doing other things.
So
probably figure out something that doesn't involve spending money on anything. Of course, you can get a demo of this for free.
Yeah.
You don't have as many parts, and I don't think you can actually save as much. But, you can.
Speaking of getting it for free,
don't torrent this because it's worth the money. Trust me.
Did you ever play? Well, no, I wasn't gonna say torrent it or anything. No. Did you get anything on the Steam Summer Sale?
No.
Ooh, neither did I. I was watching.
I haven't reinstalled Steam on my desktop since.
Oh, that's right.
Since I reformatted my drive.
Yeah.
So.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There was a lot of good deals on Steam Summer Sale, but I didn't have any freaking money, and all my friends are like, "Oh, I spent $50 and got like 20 games and stuff," and I was like, "I didn't get anything." They're like, "Oh, you poor soul."
And KSP is on Steam. Speaking of which,
yeah. But I got too many games. Most people's case, people that are PC gamers and play Steam a lot, most of us have way too many games that we'd never play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the case with most people.
That goes without saying.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. There's a lot of games on Steam I have never even opened. Like, The Binding of Isaac. Has anyone ever played that? It's supposed to be really good, but
Have you played it?
No, I have it, but I've never played
money on it?
It was like
didn't even touch it?
It was like $1. Because everyone said it was a good game, so I was like, oh, I might as well buy it. I've never played it. It's been like a few months. I just never really opened it. I mean, there's a lot of games in there. I have both Darksiders games and haven't even opened them yet.
Yeah. See, I've heard that's a good game.
I heard it's mainly it's got a lot of problems, but it's fun. You know, everyone says it's fun, so I should probably try it out. What else do I have? I got recently on the Humble Bundle. I got Saints Row the Third and Dead Island. So yeah, I can't wait to play those. But I just recently got those like last night, so that's a reasonable excuse why I haven't played them yet. Did you get the link I sent you?
I was messing around with stuff.
Okay, it should be there. Right here we have a video of two cows humping on the side of the road, and then some Russian driver runs into them.
You sent it to the wrong place, fool.
Anyways, it's a pretty hilarious video, not gonna lie. Not just because of the cows humping, that happens to be a coincidence of why the video is funny. It's just I don't know. You have to watch it to find out. I'm just gonna stop talking about it until you see it.
I gotta send it to Strikepaw.
Oh, okay. It's on YouTube. It's okay. It's one of those Russian cams, like the ones that a bunch of Russians like. It's a trend in Russia to put these cameras on your dashes and record stuff that happens, because there's a lot of like unfair court cases, and if everyone has footage of like crashes and stuff, then it's easier to have a claim in court. So, and there's a whole thing with going on with Russia, among other things going on in Russia right now. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. All the gay pride stuff, where they're the people that are doing gay pride rallies are just being absolutely brutalized. It's ridiculous to watch. It makes me angry. So, anyways, this is a pretty interesting video. We hope you guys enjoy.
I gotta set up the
you gotta set it up.
thing, because the thing crashed. So.
Oh, among everything else that crashes on my computer. By the way, YouTube has a new ad system. Since I have an ad blocker, you can just close it like right away.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, load it up here.
So.
And we gotta restart the desktop. Restart presenter.
Okay.
Get that going.
Yeah.
I think gotta make sure get it on the right audio.
Almost there.
Well, only 10 more miles to go. Hang on. Okay, I think. Yeah, okay. There we go.
There. Okay. Hope you guys enjoy this video. This has actually been out for a long time, but in case you guys haven't seen it, most likely have seen it, but in case you haven't, this is it. Just driving down the road and minding my own business. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh! The cows were like, isn't that crazy? Oh man! Play that again. If that'll actually a little bit farther back. I freaking love this video. It's hilarious. Oh!
It's sad but hilarious.
It is. Okay, here we go. Oh! I can watch it like 100 times and still be entertained.
Okay, let's not overdo this.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I love it. Anyways, we also have to go. While I'm thinking about it, I need to look at see if I can find the artist of the week, because
Yes.
we've had trouble
Oh,
getting
yes, I
Foxheart.
actually do have something.
Okay.
You just reminded me.
This one I actually have to bring it up on. Hold on, let's see. I have to bring this up on what's it called?
My laptop decided it didn't want to be part of your network.
Well, that's upsetting.
I can't understand that. I have to
Foxheart,
restart my
Foxheart Windtail.
wireless, reconnect my laptop, just so I can.
Anyways, point is, I've had a lot of trouble finding. There we go. I found his FA. Finally.
Damn it.
I've had a lot of problems finding his for Affinity recently. But
Wireless
hold on.
Okay.
So there's his.
There's my laptop.
There's a link to his Fur Affinity in the chat right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and find a really good image by him. He does amazing artwork, and he doesn't have very much recognition. His dad is Tirka, who is like the best artist when it comes to like colored pencils I've ever seen. He's so freaking good. Let's see, what's a good one?
I gotta find out where I am in the chat. There I am.
Okay, there's a good image.
Calm down, Fallon. It's probably not the same guy. Because I banned him.
That cow doesn't care at all. Yeah, it's probably a different guy. Do you want me to send it to StrikePaw? The link to the image? Here we go. Okay. Probably a different person. Take it easy. Yeah,
Yes.
it's
I've already smacked that other guy with a ban hammer
the ban hammer
in the face.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it's. I don't know.
I forgot what I was doing.
Oh, you're looking for the I sent StrikePaw a link for an image that we can show on the screen of Foxheart, who is a good buddy of mine. Actually,
Pictures we can actually show on
I
my
have,
screen.
Yeah, what I mean is that like, oh yeah, good point. Do you want me to just give you the link then?
I got it. I got it here.
Okay. Anyways, if you don't have, if you're just listening to the audio or the live or the recorded version or whatever, and you can't,
I need to watch him.
if you can't get involved in the chat, you can just go to Fur Affinity and look up Foxheart Windtail.
Yeah.
He's freaking awesome. It's foxheart.windtail. I did say we would feature him as an artist like a long time ago.
And you got the wrong page.
I got wrong page, and like I just had so much trouble finding it. Recently, like a few minutes ago, I just Googled it and found it right away. So there we go.
Thank you, Google.
Google is the best. He is your best friend, and he will be with you.
It's Artist of the Week, not month.
Yeah. Did I say month? I think I said Artist of the Week.
I don't know.
We'll have to rewind the footage later.
I was thinking Artist of the Month. I always end up thinking Artist of the Month.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Yeah, anyways, Artist of the Week. Anyways, Foxheart is pretty awesome. Like I said, he's a really good artist, but he doesn't have much recognition. I think his stuff is great, and I think more people need to follow him, because I really love his stuff. He actually lives in Sheraton, Iowa, which is where I was from before I moved to Ottumwa. And I actually got the chance of meeting him for the first time at AC, and he was really cool. Because I never, I'd seen him all the time on, like chat rooms and not chat rooms, like Facebook and Fur Affinity, all that stuff. Because I knew of him, but I just never met him. So I got the chance to meet him and Tirka, which Tirka was like, I think he was one of the first Artists of the Weeks we ever did.
Yeah.
It was like the second one. He was the second one we ever did. First one I did was Fox and Shadow. But, yeah.
Okay, that works.
Anyways. Foxheart is pretty awesome. We'll show an image of it right about...
Okay, now that's fixed.
There we go. That's awesome. I love that.
I guess you can do this one too.
I love his artwork. I should commission him
Yeah.
sometime. He's a really good artist. He does a lot. He does great detail work. He was one thing I remember. My friend Willie Felderman, who is not a furry, went to school with Foxheart, and he said, that guy that draws the foxes, I'm not really into the furry thing, but that's kind of cool. Like, I remember him saying that. He's like, those drawings are really good. I was like, yeah, they are. And then I saw them on Fur Affinity, and I was like, holy cow. He wasn't lying. So, anyways, featured artist of the week, Foxheart Windtail. Go check him out. And, yeah, that's Foxheart. You know what terrible song I've had stuck in my head, like, all week? We Can't Stop by Miley Cyrus. Have you seen the music video for that?
No.
It's terrible. It's like Miley and her friends all took LSD and made a music video of it. It's just it's slutty and retarded, like basically Miley Cyrus.
Wow.
I mean, it's at least
Better than Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Thank you. That actually makes me feel a little bit better about getting the song stuck in my head. There's at least a little bit better than Justin Bieber.
Just saying his name leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah.
It's like, okay, saying Justin Bieber's name is like Voldemort. Like, if you say it, like, he who must not be named, you don't say
you want to
it.
vomit directly afterwards.
And it gives him, like, power if you say his name. That's the concept of saying Justin Bieber.
Yeah. Well, but
say
while
it.
we're back on the subject of art,
Mm-hmm.
while we were at AC, I commissioned Shinigami Girl to a badge, and here's a rough sketch of that. I don't know if I forgot to. The audio smash didn't set up on that, but anyway. But yeah, it's yeah. I think she's gonna call it, if I remember rightly.
Cool. I still haven't gotten a badge done. Like I said, I've gotten my first commission, but that was it. I need to get an actual badge done sometime, because it's, I wanted a badge to wear around like fur meets and cons and stuff like that. So it I need to get one. They're pretty neato. Neato, I love that word. Anyways, looks like it's about 5:32, so do you want to descend into the news topic portion of the show?
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright. Can't help thinking we're forgetting something. Oh, Rue Wisdom. Before we go into
Rue Wisdom.
Rue Wisdom. Let me pull up my iPhone here and read some Rue Wisdom for you this week. From my good friend Kai, who sends... Okay, here's the first one he said. Rue Wisdom. Furries. Nerds who can get laid. Nerds who can get laid, which is extremely accurate. I love that. Okay, wait, here's another one. Going down. Almost there. Okay. You can't just quit being a furry. It stays with you for the rest of your life, like a memory of seeing like the memory of you seeing mommy kissing Santa Claus. That's pretty interesting, actually. I think there's one more.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered. I do have an event announcement, sort of.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Up in Des Moines, if you're familiar with the events that go on at the Blank Park Zoo, every Wednesday night there is, actually, if I remember that, the Zoo Brew.
Which is furries getting together? Something like that?
It's basically beer and animals.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it is a 21 and over. You got to be 21 to go there. But there's going to be a fur meet at Zoo Brash next week.
Oh, yeah.
Next Wednesday. You're too young.
What? Aw.
You're not 21 yet.
Man, I hate being not 21.
But, yeah.
Okay,
so
come
I'm gonna be
October,
there.
I will be.
Yeah.
So
anyway, I'm going to be at the fur meet at the Blank Park Zoo Wednesday.
Ooh, sweet. Wait, so which one is the one that you need to be 21 for? The one with beer?
Zubash.
Zubash.
Or Zubru. That's what
Okay. The one with the brewskis and
yeah.
Okay. And then you said there was a different one.
No, it's a fair meet that's held at the event.
Okay.
It's not directly related.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like the whole the zoo brew is not actually.
It's just the thing that the zoo does.
Yeah. Okay. There's a furry
and
group
the
that
furs.
does that.
Then there's going to be a bunch of furries there.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah,
that's cool. I really
like
wish I could go.
Like 5:00. 5 to 9, I believe.
Nice. Okay, here's another piece of Rue wisdom. Did you
Yeah,
know a buttload is an actual volume of measurement? It's 126 gallons. Yep, that's true. Actually, I've heard that before. Anyways, looks like we can go ahead and do the news topic because it looks like
you know what else is a system of measurement?
What?
Metric shit ton. That's probably bullshit, but whatever.
Yeah. By the way,
news time.
Here we go. Wait. Oh, is it working?
I've got to.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay.
Play. Bumper, go!
Oh, come on. Don't do this to us. Oh, come on. Is it? There we go.
There, that's working.
Tonight on Claws and Convo. Review, Turbo Goes Nowhere Fast. With your anchors, Dante Padfoot and Striker Chiguar. This is Claws and Convo News. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the news topic portion of the show. We thank you for tuning in. Today's first news topic is, oh boy, here we go. Mysterious cow mutilations spur alien theories.
Here we go.
Bet you weren't expecting that one, did you? Okay, here we go. The mysterious deaths of 3 cows on a remote Missouri ranch have spawned a variety of weird theories, from satanic activity to aliens. Rancher Lynn Mitchell found, quote, the first mutilated cow in December 2011. She had obviously been cut on the side of her jaw. Okay, Mitchell said. Her tongue was gone, her ear was gone. She initially assumed the animal had fallen victim to teenagers was part of a sacrificial ritual until earlier this month. Mitchell made the next discovery on July 9th. I looked first to see her tongue was gone, then immediately noticed the udder had been completely removed. Ugh. Ew. Mitchell said the reproductive organs were gone too, Mitchell said. Finally, on July... Yeah, it says Mitchell said way too much. Finally, on July 19th, Mitchell found the 3rd cow. She said its heart was exposed, its teats were cut off, ew, and its tongue was cut out. Mitchell said that the cuts all looked surgical with clean precise incisions, I'm sorry. And in all 3 deaths, Michelle said there was no blood despite the animal's gaping wounds. Ugh. Alright, it certainly sounds creepy and mysterious, so what's going on? Mysterious mutilations? Mitchell proposed explanations though bizarre on their face, are not that far-fetched in the world of paranormal and conspiracy beliefs. That one or more people, it's not clear why teenagers were singled out, might harm a cow is certainly possible, but very unlikely. Surely most people, and especially most teenagers, even ones in rural Henry County, Missouri, have better things to do than drive to a remote ranch, park their vehicle cross fence, hike to an isolated area where one or more cows grazing, kill one, and then cut out the animal's tongue, ear, or udder with a surgical instrument, especially during one of the worst heat waves in years. What does that have to do with it?
It's a religious ritual.
And during a heat wave, I mean? Is that like some kind of like satanic thing? I don't know.
Or Wiccan or satanic there.
Okay, anyways.
I'm not really... Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not an expert on that, but
okay.
I would imagine it's some kind of
ritual thing?
Ritual of some sort.
Okay, anyways, I think the next part explains it more better. The same is true for the idea that cows died in some sacrificial ritual. Animal sacrifice has historically been a part of many religions, including Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism. Though in modern America, the practice is mostly limited to Afro-Caribbean religions, such as Santeria. However, these groups carefully choose, groom, and prepare their own sacrificial animals, typically goats, chickens, and sheep. They don't pick them at random from ranchers and sacrifice them on the spot. As for Satanists, there's no evidence that true satanic cults exist, much less tour rural Midwest ranches looking for cows to kill and remove body parts from.
And that is a point to make. Most satanic, or at least a lot of satanic Satanists are. It's like theatrical. You know, it's not. They don't literally believe, in Satan.
Yeah, I know that.
They're basically atheists who are just really theatrical.
You just like to,
who like to,
go to the extreme
and look at Christianity and mock the hell out of it and say "fuck you."
Yeah, that's pretty much what Satanists
that's
are.
That's what the most are.
But yeah, I've never even heard of an actual Satanist cult either. So that's why there's no evidence that true satanic cults exist. They might actually just be people.
There are I think there's like a very small minority that of people who literally believe that Lucifer is their overlord and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some people out there.
Oh yeah, they're out there.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on. Then, of course, there's a theory that aliens and spaceships are responsible for killing cows and removing their organs. This claim, which has circulated for decades, raises a curious question.
Yeah, because there's no way that terrestrial tools can make a clean scalpel-like cut and drain the blood, so there's nothing.
Okay. Just how many tongues, ears, and udders do these extraterrestrials need to answer whatever pressing research questions they have about Earth's cows? Okay, let's go to the scientific answers. The problem with this line of reasoning is that just because you can't explain something doesn't mean that the correct explanation must be something mysterious like satanic cults or aliens. Had Mitchell consulted an expert on animal predation from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, she would likely have come to a different and much more mundane conclusion. Often so-called mysterious, wounds are actually created by ordinary predators and scavengers, both large, such as vultures, ravens, and crows, and small, such as bowflies and maggots. In many cases, what has been described by ranchers as others as cuts with a surgical precision turned out to be ordinary decomposition. Yeah, that's true. That can actually happen a lot. Anyways, that's pretty much most of the article. Yeah, so this is not really anything new. I mean, especially stuff with cows, this has been going on for decades and decades. It's crazy. There's always, the claims of aliens at the beginning, but it's always, something that's not
everyone's just trying to, it seems like people just want something that's, something to lead to something else that leads to something else and blah, 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 but, Arkham's Razor is sometimes the simplest answers are the best,
I just linked it in the chat, by the way.
So yeah.
Anyways, yep, there's that news article for you. Looks like I'm going to go ahead and give you another one. This is the review of Turbo. It's kind of I don't know. Maybe I'll give you the gang of feral cats attack woman. Yeah, I'll give you that one since it's cats. So here we go. I'll just go ahead and post that in the chat room there.
I gotta get this thing in the notes here.
Okay. Da 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 down down. I love that piece of artwork is just sitting there. It's so cool. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
I say nice sarcastic title for that article.
There we go. Aliens, oh my god.
Sarcasm makes everything so much better.
I love it.
So, okay. Okay. So.
Here we go.
Because I'm a feline, I get to read about felines.
That's the rule.
attacking women
And a dog in France.
and a dog. Yes,
All right, go for it.
a whole gaggle of them, apparently. So
A whole gaggle of them.
that, technical term. One more reason to love dogs.
I did not intend on that, I promise.
I added that. That wasn't. The article doesn't say. That was. I added that for
I figured.
emphasis.
I figured so.
Anyway, one more reason to love dogs. A gang of feral cats in France attacked a woman and her poodle. Stupid poodles. Forcing
Stupid
both
poodles.
victims to seek medical attention for their injuries. Well, poodles are the dumbest dog in the world, so they're not going to help you. The cat attack occurred Sunday, July 21st, near the city of Belfort in eastern France. The 31-year-old woman was walking her dog near a wooded area when 6 felines set upon her, knocking her to the ground, and the Independent reports.
Wait, like little house cats or
It just said, 6 felines.
feral house cats?
Yeah.
Or not house cats, feral. That's really weird. Anyways, continue.
The victim was treated for injuries at a nearby hospital where she was also given an injection for rabies.
Ooh.
Her poodle was treated at a nearby veterinary clinic. There we go. Yeah.
Interesting.
You know, according to mythology, their cats guard the innermost circle of hell.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Something to keep in mind.
Yeah, if I, since I'm Dante, if I ever have to descend into Dante's Inferno. Hey, look, cats. Anyways, you just go down there and see a bunch of people in cat fursuits. Hey, we're the guys that guard the innermost circle of hell. Really? This is it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that's a pretty interesting article. I still don't understand how a woman can be brought to the ground by house cats. I think they're house cats.
Doesn't
Doesn't say what kind they are, does it?
We're assuming they're basically feral. Feral. The actual definition of feral is basically a domestic animal that became wild.
Mm-hmm.
So we're assuming it's just basically house cats.
Yeah. So 6 house cats pinned a woman to the ground. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm so glad she had her poodle, or she would have died.
Poodles are useless.
Poodles are useless.
Nothing against any poodles that may be watching this, but
Yeah,
You picked a really stupid. I'm sorry. No, I'm not.
Wow, Striker, that's mean of you.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Anyways, let's move on from that one. Okay, here's a review of Turbo. This actually kind of intrigued me because I wanted to see if this movie was even decent. Okay, I'm not gonna do the entire thing. I'm gonna kind of breeze through it. Okay. Turbo is a movie about a snail who dreams of racing in the Indianapolis 500, and that totally works out for him. Technically, there is not any rule that says a snail cannot race in the Indianapolis 500, just like there are technically no rules saying that a dog can't play basketball, Airbud, or that your sheepdog in the sheepdog competition has to be an actual dog. Or at least one turned out pretty good. But there probably are rules starting that your race between race car drivers has to involve driving race cars. As the end of Talladega Nights pointed out, you can't just run across the finish line and have that count. I'm sure this applies equally to whatever the technical term for snail locomotion is.
A car can be kind of helpful when you're in a race, especially if you're a snail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
Because cars are fast and very heavy.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, but hey, a snail racing at the Indianapolis 500 is the premise, and this is an animated movie, so whatever. Unfortunately, the wonky premise is actually one of the 2 better parts. Okay, then it talks about the story. I'm not going to go into this too much. Okay, this is the animation. Despite none of it's making any sense, the racing is the best part of the movie. It's at least fun to watch. This is a scene that only really works in animation. Luckily, Turbo's powers Turbo's powers leave a giant neon blue streak behind him, so we can see where the snail is in comparison to the cars. Yeah, that's true. Conclusion. This movie is pretty bad. The beginning is boring and bland in a way that points up the sheer stupidity of the setting. The second half is better if you can go with the premise. Otherwise, it's also pretty stupid. Leaving the theater, I overheard a parent asking their child whether he liked the movie. He replied, no. Yeah. So, anyways.
Just the thought of, snail, Indianapolis 500. I detect tack.
I was not really that interested in seeing this movie, even after I saw the preview. In fact, I should probably link this in the chat room, because I always forget to do that.
Do that. Yeah.
Okay, so there's the link to the new news story. Anyways, I wasn't really that interested in seeing this movie when I first heard about it, even after I saw the trailer. But it's still, I was like, I'm kind of interested to see how it does. I mean, it's an interesting premise, to say the least. It's not the best premise ever, but it's at least an interesting one. So, maybe it wasn't good, but at least it was interesting. Doesn't sound like any kids really liked it, so yeah, that's kind of upsetting. I mean, it's DreamWorks. They do make a lot of movies. They've had a lot of flops. Like
how the hell do you make snails interesting? I mean, really?
I really don't know. I guess because they're running out of ideas. That's why. Well, I mean, think of it this way: Pixar made it with Cars. I mean, that was one of the best animated movies ever.
Yeah. Well, those are cars. Cars are cars.
Yeah. But I mean, snails.
It can actually, kind of tie in some personality, because real cars kind of sort of have a personality.
Yeah, that's actually really true.
You can kind of anthropomorphize real vehicles, because they all have their little quirks. Yeah.
But snails are just
They just sit there.
They just sit there
in the slime.
You know that they can sleep for like a year, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember how long they can do it. It's at least a year. I remember that. They can sleep for a really freaking long time, and they're hermaphrodites.
The only thing they got going for their pathetic little lives.
That they're herms. Yeah. Anyways, Felling McDuncan earlier in the chat room said, here's a discussion topic for you guys. What about the DRM Xbox thing? We did already talk about this in detail, actually, but we could kind of go over it again, just very briefly. The whole deal with the DRM, obviously first I didn't like it. Then when Microsoft announced that they were going to get rid of the DRM, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but they decided to get rid of it.
Basically responding to all the critiques.
Yeah.
Putting it softly.
Yeah. Putting the critiques.
Okay, we'll get rid
of it. We'll change it.
All right, please don't kill us.
People would have done it too. People are crazy. I was just sitting here going, I don't freaking care.
We're keeping the Xbox. We're getting rid of DRM. Okay.
Okay. Anyways, point is, they did get rid of DRM, and afterwards, I decided, I was like, I'm still not going to get an Xbox One, because the fact that they tried that in the first place makes me not want to buy their product. Like, it just makes me go, are you serious? They betrayed my trust. And did you know that recently there's a petition that's been started to bring back the DRM? It's not made by Microsoft. It was made by fans. Yeah! Ultimate facepalm. I honestly can't wrap my mind around that premise.
Why? People, some people are like, we support the publishers. That happens. You have to support them by buying the thing at the point of sale from the store.
Nice. Okay, anyways, Hematite Bear and Tony have just joined us.
You
in
don't
the
buy
chat
it
room.
from your buddy who probably giving it for free because, you're poor and he's being nice, You don't want to have to buy it again.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a dumb concept. That I cannot believe that people are getting together and being like, "Hey, you know what? We like restrictions."
There's a conspiracy here. These are either people who
Work for
actually
Microsoft.
are in Microsoft or
Probably.
some large, publishing company, and they're just,
Some large publishing company
being
that
anonymous.
they hired to do this.
Yeah.
Anyways, Hematite Bear and Tony have both joined us in the chat room. Hi guys, what's up? Nice to see you. We didn't have very much news this week.
I didn't have any yesterday or last week, so.
Well, looks like the he says he recently discovered that Tony is censored. We still have we need to keep turning off this the
I don't know how to do that in Ustream.
yeah, it's weird. I don't
not
know
an
how
option.
to. Oh, hi Tony, because he waves. But yeah, I'm not even sure what he said because we can't turn it off. Anyways, so yeah, we didn't really have much news this week.
Let's see. Let's figure out what was censored. Don't help us.
You think it would censor otters?
It. Wait a minute, Tony's gay?
I didn't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
Anyways,
Whatever the thing's censored,
yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. There's a number of things that can be censored. We won't mention all of them on the show because, you can censor a lot of naughty things.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, like I said, we didn't have...
George Carlin can fill you in not what can be censored. Yeah.
George Carlin, isn't that the guy that did, the words that you can't... said all the words that
Yes.
you can't say? Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
He's good. Next Friday, they will be at Indie FurCon. Cool. I'm happy for you guys. Yeah, I guess they won't be on the watching the show unless they bring a laptop or something to watch during the con. If they get tired of being at the con, which is very unlikely, and decide to watch the show.
Well, they're only an hour away from it, so
Yeah.
they'll probably end up driving back and forth.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, we didn't have much news today. Flareo was kind of a barren wasteland this week.
Yeah.
It wasn't really much. There was, a couple things that were kind of interesting, but they weren't really worth reading on the show. Mostly reviews for books and stuff, which we don't really like to read reviews except for that one. Unless it's really mainstream, I don't like to read reviews. One time I read a review of My Little Pony: Your Friendship is Magic.
Just because.
Just because ponies,
Yeah.
Just because ponies. Oh, here's an interesting fact. Did you know that there are more attendees at BronyCon than there are at AnthroCon?
That's
sad. Yeah.
I was gonna say disturbing, but
It's also
sad.
disturbing.
Yeah.
That's really, really upsetting that, bronies have exploded in the past, 3 years. And we've been around for 30 years.
And their porn is crap.
Yeah, their porn is garbage. It's nasty. Man, I don't want to see some freaking, quadruped animal. You know where this is going. I don't want to, go into it. But anyways, I don't want to see some underage doing a
chickens and
me against the wall. Okay,
I need to get a button for that.
we do need to get we just need to have a soundboard here.
Yeah.
Hematite Bear says Terre Haute, which is where he lives. Terre Haute Furs had their first meet last night at Sweet Lou's Pizza. Do you mean you two and one other guy that lives in Terre Haute? Terre Haute?
Two other guys.
Two other guys. Oh, 4 people. Oh,
Yeah.
nice. That's cool. I'm happy for you guys. We need to do that in Atumwa
Yeah.
because
We should do it every Friday.
we should. Because whoever
Just
else is
'cause
in
it's
Atumwa.
convenient.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anyone else in Atumwa besides Quickslit. So we could
Yeah.
just, keep looking, I guess.
There's furries in Albia, and there's furries in I think there's furries in Oskaloosa.
Yeah, that's true. So we could just have like
Bassman's driving a truck, so he's always on the road, and
Yeah, so
if he's driving, got a load home to this particular area, he can stop by.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
We just need to go to more fur meets. So, actually, it was 3 other guys, but one wasn't a furry yet. He is a ferret. Nice. Make me proud and turn him into a furry.
Yes. And like we mentioned in a rather recent episode, Hematite here is actually very good at seeing what people are.
Yeah, he is. He has a really good talent for that. We were sitting in the car, driving through West Virginia, getting close to Pennsylvania.
Ohio.
Well, wait, no.
Getting close to Ohio.
Okay. Well,
because West Virginia is right between Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Wait.
A little sliver of it.
Yeah, okay.
So
we were in Ohio getting to West Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, we were close to Pennsylvania, and we were like, hey, let's play a game. Let's mention celebrities and see what their furry character, like what animal they would be if they were a furry. And oh my word, this guy, we'd mention a celebrity, and he'd say it within 5 seconds. And he would be completely right, every time. We said Johnny Depp, and he said raccoon. I was like, holy crap, that's right. That's really accurate. I love it. He was a really good talent for that.
Yeah.
Speaking of truck driving, Fallon McDuncan. Speaking of truck driving, I am in the process of applying with CR England. Ooh, is that a truck driving thing?
Yes, that's yeah.
I just don't know anything, I guess.
That's a truck. That's a yeah.
Striker, do you still... What is he trying to say?
Do you still the centaur to...
Show Dante from last week? Centaur?
I'm
not even sure.
I detect a typo. I'm not sure what that's...
Just a hunch there's maybe a typo in there. So, anyways... I guess we're getting close to our 10-minute break. Because I'm getting,
I completely blacked out last week.
Oh, you did? Just not even... were we even reading the stuff in the chat room at all?
There was no one there.
Interesting.
Hematite showed up, after I pretty much ended the show. I think.
Well, anyways... if you are ready for the 10-minute break, then I'm ready for the 10-minute break.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, you can go ahead and put up the contact info, or whenever I mention it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Don't worry, we're going to take our 10-minute break. We will be back soon. In the process, or in the meantime, you can enjoy some awesome music from who?
Kieran's Bucktown Tiger. Look left. I think there's some Shadow Strike in there. Maybe.
Yeah. Fallon McDuncan says, yes, it's a trucking company. Pretty much the only one that can get you into the field if you're under 22 years old. Cool. So I'm happy for you, man. I hope that you get it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in approximately 10 minutes or maybe a little bit longer. In the meantime, we would be happy if you'd send us emails because we will check our emails. Other than that, you can give us topics, give us shout-outs, give us anything you want us to talk about in the Ustream chat or the IRC chat or whatever we have open right now, including the emails. So go ahead and email us at strikepod.studios@gmail.com. Ooh, yeah. And we will open up our inbox, and hopefully you will send us an email, and we will be happy. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in approximately 10 minutes. Enjoy the music, and until then, death to tyrants.
You want to say that at the end.
Okay, sorry, disregard that. We'll be back. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Stay tuned.
asleep by the window. I retreat inside myself, the excess running down my cheek. It's hard to breathe, I can't bear that you know. Hopeful generations break, I see myself alone and weak. It's hard to breathe. And as I watch you turn away, I know that no tear that I shed, and no word that I write, and no chord that I play will ever fill this emptiness. No. Sit watching the grass grow, mistakes and second chances squandered by a thoughtless hand. It burns beneath, I can't feel my blood flow. Watch it run and free itself from a body not worth making stand. It burns beneath. And as I watch you turn away, I know that no tear that I shed, and no word that I write, and no chord that I play will ever fill this emptiness. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the one and only Claws and Convo, back from our 10-minute break. What the heck do we got here?
Something that should never be.
Where did you find this and why is it on the screen?
Yes, Hematite found this last week.
Oh my word.
And, yeah.
Oh, is this what he wanted to show me earlier?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
That is a strange
That's terrifying.
picture. That is terrifying.
Kill it with fire. Please, just
So,
let
okay,
the ash, let the fire cleanse the flash.
so let's see. It looks like Pikachu.
Get out of here. Get it.
Yeah.
Kill it. Kill it with fire.
Just get it out of here. Anyways, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to Claws and Convo. Discussion topic.
I guess, yeah. Hematite made that when he was bored.
Hematite made that?
Yeah.
What?
He does play a lot. He does play around with Photoshop a lot.
That is really interesting.
That's
To say the least.
That's what you do when you play around with Photoshop
Yeah.
out of
yeah.
boredom.
Yeah.
No
That's
other
true.
purpose other than boredom.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, you've reached the discussion topic portion of the show, also nicknamed the Jar of Pennies because everyone puts in their 2 cents. Or at least we try to get everyone to put in their 2 cents. A lot of times they just listen and say nothing.
They just listen and sit there.
Yeah, and I've heard it said before that the reason a lot of people don't put in their opinion is because there's such a lag that like by the time they actually write something, like we'll have already like gone past it in the discussion. But just so you know,
we can come back to it.
We'll go back to it if you mention something we'll mention what you say in the chat room if it's a good point about something. We're not just gonna skip over it because we've moved on. We'll go back to what we said earlier if you wanna, if you wanna continue. Anyways, today I kind of want to talk about a couple different things, but mainly today's discussion topic is mostly going to be centered around the idea of furry pride and people that are not furry and how they look at us. And how we can change that. Well, I mean, we've done this before.
We've talked about that before.
We've talked about it
multiple
before,
times.
but I mostly want to talk about the idea of furry pride, mainly because I'm starting to wear this button that says "Proud to be a furry" at work, just to see how many people will see it and and wonder about it. So I'm gonna go on the Fur Affinity forums really quick because I'm pretty dry on discussion today. So maybe I can find something here that's really good. Okay,
You need
down.
a refill.
No, I don't need any more coffee. I'm gonna wait until tonight to drink more, because otherwise I'll crash before I have to go to the before I have to do the overnight shift pretty soon. So general furry fandom discussion.
Oh, it's more or less out anyway. So
Furs by species. Furry Survey 2013. Ooh, okay, this is interesting. We'll go into that. Okay. We can also discuss the idea of furries not being that are ashamed of their own culture. Yeah, and this is something that somebody posted. This is a really long article.
Oh, geez.
But I'm not going to read it, the whole thing. I'm just going to kind of breeze over it. He says, being a furry, annoyed by furry? There are 2 things I love most in the world. First one is weaponry. All kinds of guns, blades, blunts, explosive launchers, armors, and technical equipment. If it cuts, shoots, burns, smashes, chops, explodes, rips apart, shreds, or provides artillery cover, most probably I can operate it after a tabletop RPG. And drawer stories.
Right.
I also love anthropomorphic animals. They are giving you an infinite number of additional options and creating an interesting character and his personality by simply adjusting his animal parts of visuals. And, well, if used correctly, an anthro saber-toothed tiger in full SWAT armor providing covering fire with a customized Pancor jackhammer, I don't know how to pronounce that, automated shotgun loaded with an incendiary dragon's breath, 12-gauge ammo, is reaching the badass level of a single manly tier. in
You got me
every
drooling now.
in every eye in a 10-meter radius from a reader of player. Damn.
Fire everywhere.
If I could draw on a decent level, I would never stop making comics with anthros minus breaks from physical needs. And I'm fine with that. I love anthropomorphic animals, so I can consider myself a furry. But sometimes I feel an odium to that statement. Why, will you ask? I'd really love to think because of misleading stereotypes around the fandom, but that's not really the case. Let me use a true story example. I was on PyCron, probably the biggest fantasy convention in Poland. Lots of fun and cool stuff to see and do with a Fallout cosplayer. Blah blah blah. I was personally cosplayed as a typical wasteland survivor with addition of Wolverine mutton chops. Cool. Cool looking fangs and a bandaged shotgun replica. Around me, lots of all kinds of colorful stalls and people dressed as soldiers, elves, paladins, mages, cyber commandos, and a crap load of Altairs and Ezio's. Altair, that's how you pronounce it. Stuff like that. Everyone having fun on a good social level. And then there was that wolf guy. Fursuit, retardedly big-headed gloves, boots, running on every stall in the con, acting like a dog. It was a convention of all kinds of weird and fun people.
Is this the guy that humped Will Wheaton's leg?
Probably.
Probably.
But nothing looked as ridiculously embarrassing as this one guy. And now there's me, a serious straight guy who loves anthro and an army theme, who has to say, hey guys, this dude, yep, that one, tilting his head to everyone, he's from my crew. I didn't say every furry out there is a retard, quite the opposite. I know a lot of people who are furries, and most of them are creative and cool to hang out with guys I know. Hell, I'm somewhat furry myself, but then you have this 1 on 200 furries who claim they are animal and human skin, and all the gypsy crap like that this is really weirdly worded, gypsy crap like that to shout on the internet and public while wearing a poorly made fursuit to ruin our public relations. Well, that's mostly the highlights of the article. But yeah, that I don't necessarily agree with this completely because I think that furries, the reason we have this fandom is because it's a safe environment for people to be themselves, and sometimes someone being themselves sometimes they like to act like an animal.
Yeah,
that's part of what being a furry is.
Well, the thing is, even if, okay, so if you're walking on two legs and you're wearing an actual suit, and, how do you, in your mind, actually believe that you are a quadruped animal that doesn't speak any English? I mean, even if a dog was, human level sentience, would they act like that?
Probably not.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. I mean, like I said, to an extent, it's all right. Like, I think it's cool for some people in fursuits to act like animals because it makes them happy.
When it fits, when it works.
Yeah, good point. When it works
in the right environment, in the right context.
Right environment, But if he goes to just a random sci-fi convention and does that, you're actually setting kind of a bad example for other furries because
there's an article about how some guy, probably the same guy, humped Will Wheaton's leg and pretty much ruined Will Wheaton's perspective there.
Humped Will Wheaton's leg. Oh,
it burned a very bad scar in his mind.
Yeah, and the thing with furries, though, is a lot of people will get a bad impression of one furry that acts really weird around them, and it ends up being their one impression of them for, like, the rest of their life. And because first impressions are lasting impressions.
So let's look at it this way. Even if you were an actual full-blown animal, physically, literally, you still understand human culture, human society, the norms, and the things that you just don't do.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't walk to anyone without their permission. Start doing things without their permission.
Yeah, that's something that you got to know. Like, sometimes furries will be inviting of it, like they'll scritch each other, do a little bit of cuddling, but they have to be inviting to each other. You can't just walk up to some random guy and do it.
That reminds me, Fur Tales recently did a review of Anime Iowa.
Oh, really?
And she had some really bad experiences with people not knowing how to behave around a fursuiter.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she?
People would come up to her, be really aggressive, petting her fursuiter, grabbing her, and grabbing at her, and pretty much without any warning.
Really?
No.
Was it like?
It was like a couple of instances.
Were these people that were not furries that didn't know how to handle fursuiters?
This was
then?
at Anime Iowa.
Okay. Yeah, I did see that she posted that video on Facebook, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I should probably check that out. She does have like 2 fursuits, doesn't she? Yeah. Yeah, that's. So I'm guessing she fursuited at.
There's one of them is Ein from that one anime.
Is it the Corgi?
Bebop, yeah.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear about that one.
And the other one is Mika.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen both of those fursuits that she has. Anyways, that's kind of annoying. I'd imagine at least would be kind of self-explanatory if you saw a fursuit for the first time, not to disrupt it.
I mean,
know?
Now these same people probably wouldn't go up to someone dressed as Jack Sparrow and just
like pulling on his
pull on a sword or something.
Yeah, exactly. Were they younger? Did she say they were like younger people? Or?
I don't know. They're just dicks, I guess. No.
Huh. That's really upsetting.
Just immature people being immature.
Yeah, and this is kind of the theme that I wanted to have today of the discussion topic, mostly centered around like furries and the non-furry world, and like how we react to it, how people react to us, which we've done before. But this is just kind of be another, like we can delve into it, some things that we haven't done before, like the idea of furry pride, like the actual like buttons and rallies or whatever. If we ended up doing that more often, which conventions are kind of our way of doing our furry pride thing, because we get together and be ourselves around each other, which is another case of people that do know how to act around fursuiters, as opposed to like when Fur Tales went to Anime Iowa and she didn't. You just had bad experiences.
And that's actually pretty, from what I understand, it's a pretty common experience at conventions that are furry conventions. People at other conventions just don't know how to behave.
That's upsetting to me, honestly.
As compared to any furry convention where everyone pretty much knows,
everyone knows how to deal with fursuiters. The most physical you get with them is like walking up and giving them a hug and maybe scritching them, like I said. But other than that, you don't like. What did she say? Like people trying to tear out the fur or something?
People just, being rough with the fur and, and someone touch her in the chest area and.
Huh. Oh, really? Like they were trying to cop a feel?
Apparently. I mean, I think one of the people who ended up doing that was a female. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I don't know. But but you don't know who's in the suits, and I guess they're like
I see.
Billing over something that doesn't. You don't do that.
Yeah.
And you don't know who's in the suit.
Just like you don't tug on furries' tails. Like, you do not tug on a furry's tail.
Like
That's a no-no.
Like happened to me on that Pittsburgh bus.
Yeah, it did. Okay, I'm trying to find that on her. There we go. Yeah. I'm going to open up this actual review so you guys can check it out, and I'm going to link it here. And I'm going to watch it later because I don't want to watch it right now.
It's rather lengthy, so.
So yeah, there's the link to it. Check it out. Fur Tales talking about her experiences at Anime Iowa, which I want to go to at some time because there is apparently a furry group that goes there.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, some of the Iowa furs go there, so I do want to go there just to see some of them.
But like she mentioned in her video, unless you've got like two people spotting for you, to kind of keep people away from you.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
it's don't go shooting there without spotters.
Yeah.
Watch-
That's something I never even.
Spotters who can be like, hey,
Yeah,
stay back.
Yeah, don't be rough on the suit.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Which, like I said before, I never even imagined that you'd have to do this. Like, I thought that people would just know how to behave around a fursuiter, but that's ridiculous. Why would they do that? Like,
They're stupid.
that's stupid. My word. I don't know. I guess I'd have to watch the video because because I need to check it out for myself, and I'll talk more about it later. But for now, I just can't. That's just crazy, man. I can't stand that. Yeah. Anyways, we were talking about being annoyed by our own culture, like furries, which has happened before. Let's all be honest. We've been annoyed by our own culture before, at least once. Just depending on how
a lot of people in the world are stupid.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's as much as I hate to say it.
That's pretty much how like scrapyards and hospitals and repair shops stay in business. Get
Stupid people, exactly.
That's also the source of 99% of all the TV channels' revenue. It's ratings. Stupid people. Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So,
just look at Fox News.
Lol. Speaking of repair shops, the main reason they stay in business is because of women. They can walk in there, and if a woman goes, "Hey, I need my car fixed," or something, to be like, "Oh, you also need so and so done. That'll be an extra $100, and then there's this, and How does Walmart stay in business is what I want to know, because of stupid people. I stop at Walmart
because
sometimes.
of their corrupted business model. And
Did you know that Walmart is the biggest company on Earth?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Like, I mean...
Let's not mention Walmart.
You don't like Walmart?
Not
You just don't want to give them any recognition?
No.
Neither do I. So we should probably keep it there. Anyways, we also got a furry survey, but we'll do that later. A furry survey for 2013. But back on the topic of like being a furry, annoyed by furry, it goes along the same concept of Uncle Frank, which we've said before is the guy that you would rather not come to the convention, but you can't tell him not to come because they're family. This is Kage's concept that he came up with, the Uncle Frank of the conventions. There are a lot of them, but you always got to remember that, the modern conventions like Anthrocon and Midwest Fur Fest, which I'm going to, they're really strict when it comes to like the public policies, like what you can and can't do in public. So it's not like you're gonna go and see somebody, doing I don't even want to know in the fursuits, because it's really up to, really. It's just really, what's the word I'm looking for? I said it earlier. I can't believe I can't think of it. My train of thought is mentally handicapped, or maybe I'm mentally handicapped. Ooh, it's
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Strict.
It's like a Catholic Halloween party. Catholic school Halloween party.
Do Catholics even have Halloween parties?
No, because it's of the devil.
Exactly. That's why I was like, what? Even though it's a pagan holiday, just like Christmas, I don't see why it's such a big deal. I don't know.
Santa Claus is of the devil.
Everything is of the devil.
Everything is evil.
Yeah.
Well, corrupt your soul.
Anyways, I can kind of read a little bit extra on this here. I don't say every furry out there is a retard. Quite the opposite. I already read that part. And on the topic, I must painfully mention all the fursuit stuff here. I'm really far from being a fursuit fan. Okay. They look bizarre, and in 70% of situations, just stupid. Girls with a wolf foxtail and ears are cute, same with gloves and boots, but the full fursuiters, the deal is a bit less sexy or cool. Well, I mean, is it really hard to get a skin-tight, breathing, neoprene suit? Neoprene, okay, that's really weird. Neoprene, short fur attached instead of this ridiculously bloated foam, so you can just look realistic and even wear another costume uniform on it like the characters you're impersonating. Sounds like this guy has never worn a fursuit before.
Nope.
Or instead of doing a foam man-sized bobblehead mask, grab a wolf skull or its plastic model, then fill it with foam or other people similar to meat
Resin.
in anatomically correct places where the muscle should even a guy who should go and adjust it as a mask. Made it to...
I don't think this guy has really been exposed to the really good suits.
He has not. This sounds like this guy really doesn't know what he's talking about.
It sounds like he's only seen fursuits at sci-fi conventions.
Yeah, sounds like he's seen ones that came straight out of the 80s.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
well, actually, some of them from the 80s are really good, but, you know, point being, he's obviously never worn a fursuit because he...
Yeah.
And I honestly think fursuits are freaking awesome. Like, I think they're so cool.
Yeah.
They're fluffy and cute, and I'm in love with fursuits. I think they're awesome. I wouldn't really ever get one myself, but I really appreciate... Like, I think fursuits are freaking cool.
I can't wait to get mine.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for you.
I can't wait.
And Kai's gonna get a Roo suit.
Him and Type Bear is working on him.
Yeah. Anyways, this guy has obviously never really been exposed to good fursuits.
Yeah.
Good fursuits out there are really good. They really are. Look up Clockwork fursuits. They're the best in the world.
Yes.
They're freaking cool, man.
What? Yeah. If you want to see Clockwork creatures, go watch Bitter Lake.
Yeah, Bitter Lake. I need to get that
They're
DVD or something.
Yeah.
So I can watch, show that to some of my non-furry friends. It's really cool. If you haven't had the chance to check it out, check out Bitter Lake.
I need to get a copy of that. I've watched it, but I don't
I
have
need to
my
watch
own.
it again.
Yeah.
It was good. I would watch it just for the fursuit.
We need to get that.
Yeah, we do. Anyways,
Anyway.
this I like I said, I know that some fursuiters can act strange in public, but it's really not as bad as it sounds. What are you doing? Oh boy. Are you trying to lean into the frame?
I'm just creeping you out.
Wow. I don't know. I don't know the reasoning behind half the stuff you do, so I'm just gonna go ahead and deal with it.
That's the whole point.
Just to
Just
scare
to fuck
me.
with you.
Just to mess with me.
Yeah.
Anyways, I know that some people can be strange in fursuits, but it really has never bothered me. I mean, at least me. It's never bothered me. This guy is obviously not really a furry at heart. Like he's just here to criticize it. And he's one of those people that thinks anthropomorphic animals are kind of cool, but is not really a furry. Because believe me, if he was a furry, he would know. Hematite Bear says, I just got quote. I'm pretty sure he meant quote on my fursuit. After getting home of the $3,500 plus that was the base, and then we started add-ons.
Oh, that's yeah.
Still, it's kind of expensive, but I can't wait to see the result.
I've got who's making his suit.
Yeah, it's cool. I can't wait to see the results of the suit though. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Because if it was $3,500, it better be a good one. It should be anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check out these links. There's a cool anthro picture, and yeah. Anyways, I have seen some really good fursuits that are like mostly skin tight.
Him Heights is going to be awesome. He's getting a very realistic. I mean, like impeccably realistic. Suit of his.
Yeah. I heard about it. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
um. Anyways,
It's yeah. He was going to make his own, but he wanted something more real than he could duplicate.
mhm. I can't wait to see it.
Guns,
Gins
cus-
creatures. Guns or Gins?
Gwyn's
Gwyn's.
custom creatures.
Spelled Guinn. Gwyn's custom creatures, and it's realistic.
Yes.
I seriously can't wait to see it. That's cool.
And I've seen some of his stuff, and they're pretty awesome.
Ooh yeah. But yeah, I mean, is there anything else we wanted to cover besides the fursuiters when it comes to being a furry annoyed by our culture? The only thing I can think of is the fact that furries seem to only care about pornographic artwork and not anything else. Like, I know we like it.
That's really more of, human nature.
Yeah, I know.
Why do you think the internet is for porn?
The internet,
Yeah.
that's the only reason it was invented. But, I mean, I guess my point is that furries...
And it came from science. You're welcome.
Yeah. The point I'm trying to make is, I'm not saying that furries shouldn't have porn. I'm saying that I prefer clean artwork, and, here's the reason I prefer clean artwork.
The thing is, porn's good, but don't make a huge thing out of it,
There's...
It's
90% of furry artwork is porn, and I'm like, I don't care.
It sells.
Yeah,
That's
it
the whole point
sells,
behind it.
It sells.
It sells.
But it sets a really bad example for the rest of the world. I mean, like for us toward the rest of the world.
The thing is, pretty much most of the porn, is on sites with age restrictions.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's sites like FGN that are just share stuff, but
Yeah.
the major ones like for Affinity,
Uh-huh.
there's age restrictions.
Fur Affinity is actually really cool because there's a button you can hit that says "Safe
Yeah.
for Work," and
Safe
it will
for
just
work.
filter out everything. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It takes like 1 second to hit
Best
it.
feature ever.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not saying I hate porn at all. I'm just saying I prefer clean artwork because it gives us a good example. Because when people see, I've had people pick up my phone and see, clean artwork on the background instead of as opposed to most furries who have I'm like I said, I'm not pointing any fingers or anything. Your stuff is your phone is awesome. I like the stuff on your background. That's awesome. But I've seen furries that have very explicit artwork on the background of their phone, and I'm like, that just when somebody sees that, they're just they immediately get the image that that's all furries care about, which is completely not true.
Necessarily,
Yeah, so, anyways, that, I don't mean to rant or anything. I really don't mind it too much. I think if people like it, they should. I'm not saying we should have, I'm not saying people shouldn't. I'm saying that we need, the clean artwork needs to be more open. It can't be just an extra thing. It needs to be, out there more than the porn does. It gives us a good example, and it shows people what we really care about, because, the point of being a furry is not for the porn. That just happens to be an extra add-on.
Here's my thought. If you're going to make porn, make it good porn.
Yeah, there's some good porn out there, not gonna lie. But, my point is that it's just my thing, but I prefer clean artwork because the spirit...
tasteful.
It's very
tasteful is the word you look for.
I love tasteful nudity. I really do. It's stuff that's that really shows the beauty of it. I really love that stuff. The stuff I'm talking about is really explicit,
Yeah.
And to each his own.
Trying to imitate human porn with furry porn, that just doesn't work.
It's just too far,
The regular human porn is horrible.
It is.
Freaking close-up bullshit,
It goes too far sometimes.
Things that should never be in HD, that kind of stuff.
Things that should never be in HD. That's gonna be a new phrase on here. Something that disturbs us. Things that should never be in HD. Like the picture that's a Hematite Bear made. Pikachu as a pony. Things that should never be in HD. Anyways, like I said, I'm not trying to rant or anything.
Yeah. You did.
I did. I'm not trying to rant, but I did. And it's just how I see it. I think we should be a little bit more clean when it comes to artwork. We should have more respect toward what we love, you know.
Art should have, meaning.
Art should have meaning and not just to give somebody a boner, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I really enjoy some pieces that are tasteful nudity. Like, I really like it. I think it's awesome. I still wouldn't show it to some of my non-furry friends because they wouldn't understand. But I just really enjoy clean artwork a lot more. So yeah, that's it. Throw in the 2 cents.
Well, there you go.
There we go. That's one thing that really goes along with the being a furry and being annoyed by our own culture. It doesn't annoy me as much as I make it sound, you know. Maybe I'm just overreacting, but that's the only thing that really even remotely bugs me about the fandom. You know, everything else I'm just like, let people be who they want to be among the fandom, because it's a community where we're not going to tell you to leave if you're weird. You know, it's not like that at all, like every other culture.
We won't say it to your face.
Yeah.
There's kind of
we won't say it to your face.
Step back up slowly, and yeah, I got to do a thing.
Mm-hmm. I just got to go do a thing. But there's
catch you never.
I'll catch you never. There's a there's a lot of people in the fandom that are only in it because they have nowhere else to be. Like, people that, you know, are not even really furry. They just kind of pretend to be so that they'll have a place that accepts them, which is not really that bad of a thing. Like, we love having fun with anyone who wants to have fun with us. That's how it is. So I'm not saying that they shouldn't be here. I'm saying there are a lot of people out there who are not really furry at heart. They're just here because, you know, they need some community that'll accept them, which is not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
Because, you know, we'll accept anyone that comes into our circle. 'Cause that's just how we are. Furry fandom prides itself.
And there's
in
a lot of stories of, people who maybe left the fandom, but, who maybe aren't a furry any longer. Perhaps they're afraid to begin with, but they stay around because of the community.
Exactly. The community is enough to get somebody addicted to being a furry, which is why. Yeah, this is something else I want to talk to you guys about. The concept of somebody being born a furry and just kind of, not even really thinking about it until somebody pushes them into it, which is the case, I think, with my friend Rachel Benson, whose furry name is China Rose. She's created a character, she's done all this stuff, and I can tell just by the way she talks about it that she is a furry, like at heart. She really is.
Yes.
I can tell.
She's totally a furry.
I'm bringing her to Midwest Fur Fest, and when she leaves this convention, she is going to be a full-blown furry. I promise you. I got her a commission from Anthrocon of her character, and she just fell in love with it. Like, she absolutely was like, this is the coolest thing ever, So now she has a character that she can use, and she's going to go to Midwest Fur Fest and she's going to be exposed to the community firsthand, which is what I've said before.
That was by Phoenix Fire, wasn't it?
Actually, the one that she got was Nissidex.
Ah.
She does awesome artwork. She did really cheap, gorgeous line art sketch. It was awesome. Yeah. It was like it was the best value of a piece I've ever gotten. It was even colored a little bit, and it only cost $10. It was line art. Line art is good. I like line art. But she's gonna go there to Midwest Fur Fest and be exposed to the community of furries, which is enough to make any furry hater go, huh, furries are actually kind of cool. I promise you, anyone you bring to a furry convention and they actually they walk up to furries and see how nice they really are and what they really are about, and not because, like I said earlier, the reason a lot of people don't like furries is because of the artwork, as much as I hate to say.
It's the stigma.
Yeah.
From, events past,
Uh-huh. That
media,
too.
That's the main thing.
Mm-hmm. Everyone I know that's not a furry will look at fursuiters and be like, on a picture or something, and be like, that's kind of weird.
Then they see the charity numbers.
Yep. Then they see...
That will blow your freaking mind.
That's another one. Like, they see that furries are really about, just making a difference.
I think it was like FWA. It's charity, there's a lot of... some of the charities are like autism research and cancer and whatnot, and so far I think they raised like from since they started, it's like I think they raised like $20 million.
Holy crap! That's
I think that's
awesome. That is awesome. That is unbelievably incredible.
Yeah.
That's a little snapshot of what furries really are. Just we just like to make a difference in the world, and we want to show everybody that we're not what everyone thinks we are. But like back to what I was saying earlier, most people see a picture of a fursuiter and they're just like, "Ew, that's kind of weird," which is the case with my brother Ethan. And then they saw them in real life. Fursuiters are about 10 times cooler in real life, and once you hug one for the first time, it gives you just like a wonderful, warm feeling inside. It's cool.
And here's another, interesting story that's actually kind of common in the furry fandom.
Oh, yeah?
That you will almost never hear outside the furry fandom. That's a friend who drove across 2 states to help you.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying that in the last...
After you get kicked out of your home.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago I was saying this, where furries will like literally do anything for each other. I mean, not literally, but they'll do most anything for each other when they're in need. Is what I mean. Same thing with the Oklahoma thing, which I bring up all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's beautiful to see furries do that, and it's like a little snapshot of what we really are.
FWA's charity is CGI in North Carolina. It's an animal preserve group with lions, tigers, and oh my. They raised $18,000 last March.
Wow. Just last
The
last
charity
March.
the charity I was thinking of might not have been FDVA. It might have been like Fur Fright or something. I can't
Okay.
remember.
I want to go to Fur Fright
The
sometime.
thing I saw didn't specify which convention it was, but it's like $20 million for autism research.
That's unbelievably awesome.
Yeah.
I want to go to Fur Fright sometime.
I've heard that's pretty awesome. Yeah.
I heard it's amazing. It's for those of you who don't know, it's a furry themed, or it's a
Halloween
themed furry convention. And oh man, I would love to go to that. That's so cool. Obviously, it's around Halloween time.
Yeah.
I don't remember where it is. Isn't it in Florida?
It's somewhere down south.
Somewhere down south east of the United States.
Ish.
Yeah, somewhere down there. Down the south, maybe near Georgia and Florida. Well, Florida's not really. I mean, it's a southern state, but it's not. Yeah. You know what I mean. But yeah, I'd love to go to Fur Fright sometime. That's really cool. Okay, well, I believe we've pretty much delved into all the little subtopics of this one. Let's open up this furry survey.
Yeah, Florida's Megaplex.
Okay, Florida's Megaplex. Okay, begin. This is okay.
and Elliot's.
Yeah, this is actually a furry poll that you can do. The results aren't here right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a link for it, so you can all do it, and hopefully I'll do it later. Hopefully it'll show the results afterwards, because I'd like to see the results. But this is really interesting. This should be something we should all do. A bunch of furries getting involved in the survey here. Posted in the chat room. Go check it out. If you're not in the chat room, just type in furry poll in Google. I don't know. Maybe you'll find it. Maybe you won't. Good luck, because that's the best I can do for you. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. I love furry surveys. I think they're really awesome.
Yeah.
I always support them when they're out.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah. Fallon McDuncan says, maybe one of my Fursona forms would fit there perfectly.
Fur Fright.
Fur Fright. I guess he must have like a darker themed Fursona. That's pretty cool. My Fursona is a little bit more darker theme, but it's not in like the Halloween theme. It's more of the goth theme.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah. Anyways, go ahead and do this furry poll whenever you're done, or you could do it right now. If you're tired of looking at our faces, you can just open up the other tab and do it really quick while you're listening to my beautiful voice and Striker's beautiful voice.
Yeah, Fallon has 2 personas.
Yeah. I might end up creating another character sometime, but I don't think I would define it as two personas. Because I really only have two personalities. One of them is my fursona, and one of them is my human self. My normal, boring human self.
I've got two main characters, and one of them is my fursona. And the other is just Brig.
Yeah.
He kind of reflects a part of my personality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really cool.
I've got a sketch in here somewhere.
Something that's really interesting about furries is something that we really strive on is the creation of characters and the idea of everyone creating characters. It doesn't sound very cool, but it is cool. Like it's just cool to see all the characters people create. To the extent where people will actually have auctions of characters. They'll say, you will own the rights to this character to the highest bidder. And I'm not even kidding you. This is what we do. It's freaking cool, man. So, yeah.
Brig.
Yeah, Brig. Yeah, I remember that one. That's your war cat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in an interesting way, I've kind of played around with the idea of making a hermaphrodite. But
Hermaphrodites are cool.
Interesting story twist,
Yeah. That's
and
pretty cool.
Me.
Is that your reference sheet?
Yeah.
Nice. I need to create my own reference sheet or something. Because I don't... maybe I just need to commission a reference sheet.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm so excited for MFF, man. I really can't wait. I really hope that Hematite Bear and Tony Otter can go. And I really hope that the Rue can go, because that would be a party.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm bringing a bunch of non-furry friends, and we're going to have our own hotel room. But it doesn't mean that we can't, go over to your guys' hotel room and have a party or something. Or just hang out with you guys at the con in general. It doesn't mean, just because we're in different hotel rooms doesn't mean... but mostly I'm doing it, the reason is I'm just having us all in one hotel room is because non-furries are not used to the concept of, furries just, rooming together, and barely knowing each other simply on the premise that they're furries and they all trust each other, and
not necessarily the road tripping type.
Yeah,
I assume. Because even if furry or not, if you're road tripping with, not furries, but just people people are friends, or you have some kind of relation, similar relation with. You're obviously going to do anything that saves you money on the trip. So, cramming everyone into one hotel room usually does the trick.
Yeah, it does. But I guess the point is that they wouldn't be open to the idea of rooming with furries because they don't understand how furries are.
366.
I want to go to Fur Fright just so that I can go to room 366 and be like, "Hey, it's the room."
Yeah.
This one is what was I gonna say? But they're not. Other furries are really open to the idea of rooming with other furries despite not even knowing them, because furries trust each other.
Yeah, speaking of MFF, we're gonna be staying with Hematite and Tony.
Yeah.
And I think I'm pretty sure Kai's going.
I hope that you can go.
Yeah.
But yeah, me and the other guys are going to go all in one car because there's 5 of us.
Yeah, if it's just me and him, we'll probably just end up taking my truck, and it'll be the farthest I've ever driven my truck in one.
Nice. How much do you think it's going to cost you with that gas guzzler?
I
mean, for a truck, it's not bad, but
yeah, 20, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's
probably maybe a couple $100.
It's probably going to cost. It's probably not going to cost me too much. It's probably going to cost me around between $80 and $100 for the round trip, which is going to be awesome. That's a lot cheaper because it's
split 2 ways. I could probably pull like $120 per person.
Wow, 11 furs in one room. No, actually, I'm having a different hotel room and they're having a different one.
Yeah,
because I'm bringing 5 people. Well, 4 other people,
But,
so there's going to be
but
5
we
of us.
will look good on Rival.
Yeah, you will. What was I going to say now? Yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, Hematite Bear says, most I've ever had in a room was 11 people. Yeah, so I guess that's why he was Fallon Mate Duncan said. Said 11
Were you
people
in
one
room 366?
That would have been awesome. Oh, it was Otter that's saying it.
Ah.
So, and he also says that he will have a car by Midwest Fur Fest, which is late November.
Yeah.
I'm bringing Trey to Midwest Fur Fest. He said that he will go.
What?
Yeah. So you guys are going to get to meet Trey in person.
Nice. Yeah.
I mean, Strikers met him in person, but
Yeah, of course.
yeah, because he used to live here. He's going to come back for
He
the
was on
school
the
year.
show.
He's coming
Couple
back for
times.
the school year, and I'm going to try to convince him to be on the show every week.
Nice.
Once the school year starts, which is in September, I think. So yeah, we're really close to the school year starting again, and we're going to try to get him on here more often. So I know you guys enjoy having Trey on here. So yeah, I am so super duper excited for MFF. I can't wait. I'm counting down the days. Midwest Fur Fest is my favorite convention. I like it even more than Anthrocon. I'm trying to convince my friend Casey Cobalt to go because he was saying, like, I mean, I met him at Anthrocon, and we spent most of the con hanging out and stuff. It was great. And I was like, oh, why don't you go to MFF? And he said, oh, because, Anthrocon is closer, and, I only really want to go to the one that's closest to me. And I looked on Google Maps, and turns out, I mean, he lives in Nashville. Turns out that Chicago is closer to him than Pittsburgh was. So he would actually, I don't even know if he knew this. So I'm hoping that he can go.
Yeah.
He is freaking awesome. It was fun hanging out with him. I really had a good time. Maybe him and Russet and Tawny can go. The group from Nashville that was there at AC.
Tawny?
Tawny.
Tawny Darrell?
I think so. She's an artist on FA.
Ah, yeah. That's
Yeah. I met her in
Snolf.
person. Was it?
She's a snolf.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tawny Darrell.
Yep.
Yep.
She's cool.
Yeah.
I met her at AC. She was awesome. She played Hearts with me and Casey and Russet. It was fun. But yeah, did you say that you're gonna have your fursuit done by then or not?
It's possible.
Possible.
It's just,
Depends on how fast Hematite Bear will work.
It depends on what Hematite's going on.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause he is finishing his house at the same time.
Yeah. So he's got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah.
But now that he's got Otter there, Otter can help him out a bit if he wants to. Ooh. Brand new con starting up too. Furreality.org.
Oh!
Ooh. That's cool.
Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky, sci-fi
Fantasy Furry Con, October 11th through 13th.
Yes.
Cool. That's really interesting. I love when new cons pop up.
Yes.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, are you? Because the website says Northern Kentucky. So
That's like we, there is. Wait a minute. My brain stopped working.
Okay, something else that's in Cincinnati. I think it's in Cincinnati, Ohio. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Is that in Cincinnati? Yeah. Okay. I don't remember if it's in Cleveland or Cincinnati.
It's in Cleveland. I don't know. Okay. I forget which it is.
It's in Ohio. That's all I know. And I want to go there sometime.
Ohio.
Okay, here's a topic for us.
I'm going to read this real quick.
Okay.
Just since we mentioned it.
What is Furreality?
Furreality is the Cincinnati area's newest furry convention, created by the furry publishing studio Ringtail Cafe. I've heard of them.
Cool.
There are a ton of fun furry conventions out there, but Furreality wanted to bring something new and engaging to the world. A convention that has an interactive game as well.
Ooh.
We synchronized there.
Ooh. Woo! Wait, I'm sorry. Do it again.
Woo! When you sign up, you are assigned one of the houses of the convention. If you choose to participate in the various games and events that go on around the convention, you earn points for your house.
Oh, that's cool.
The 4 houses compete to win the end of the
That
convention.
is freaking awesome, man. Why haven't any conventions done that? That's the concept of it in
question.
Harry Potter. Like, whoever wins the house cup.
That is really cool.
That is really cool.
That's a real cool concept.
Man, this is in Cincinnati? I kind of want to go to this.
Yeah.
October. Holy cow, man. This will be like right after my birthday. October 4th is my birthday, so I'll be turning 21 in October. So this means that I can get alcohol at the con. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I love when new cons pop up. It's really cool to see. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. That's really awesome. Have we checked the emails, by the way?
We did. I'll check one more time.
Okay.
Refresh.
Refresh.
Nothing
yet. Anyways, okay, here is a topic for us. Guys, I want all of you who are listening in the chat room to answer this. Who is your fictional character crush? Think about this for a second. I got a number of them, but my biggest one is Maid Marian from Robin Hood.
Ah.
I can't help it. She's awesome. That movie is what got me into the fandom in the first place.
I think mine changes every month. just because there's so many awesome characters
Yeah,
that
there are.
show up on For Affinity.
I guess I'm mostly talking about, like, in mainstream media, because there's a lot of characters that people create in the furry fandom that are awesome. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of Zoe. Appetite Bear says, Dante Padfoot. Ooh, I'm flattered. Well, it's really my character, not me, so he has a crush on my character.
Which, by extension, is you.
Yeah.
So he's a crush on you.
Yeah. Which is really, really, really flattering. Thank you very much. That makes me happy. Gives me a giddy feeling inside. Aside from Maid Marian, obviously there's Crystal. Everyone loves Crystal. Even if you're gay, you like Crystal. I mean, come on. You can't not like Crystal.
There's too much Crystal to like Crystal.
Yeah, that's true. Tony Otter said The Last Unicorn. That's a good one.
And I'm not really into, foxes anyway. Really.
I know you're not, but I'm really into foxes, obviously.
Yeah.
So, by the way, the image up here is the first time Striker's ever really drawn a fox. It looks good. I think it's good. We were having this discussion while he was drawing it before the show even started. We were just kind of sitting here in the pre-show. He was like, "I've never drawn foxes before. I hope it turns out good." And I was like, "Well, it would probably be like me, wherever. I bet if I've only drawn foxes and cats, so I bet if I tried to draw like, something else, it would just look like a fox."
And of course that looked like crap because of the compression of the stream.
Yeah,
for low bandwidth.
Yeah, but at least we can kind of get an image of what it looks like.
Yeah.
I like it. I think you got the hair and the eyes really well. I think you captured it pretty good.
That's good.
And your style of artwork really is good for my character too, because you have like a really gritty, awesome style. My style is more like Jay Naylor, so mine isn't exactly the most fitting, but it looks fairly good.
I just thought of another artist that I like.
Okay.
That has a similar style to mine. That's Dark Silver.
Ooh, never heard of him.
Yeah.
Cool. Are they on? I mean, obviously they
on
must be
For
on
Affinity. Yeah.
Cool.
And that is his style is like kind of dark and gritty.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Hold on, I'm just looking through the threads again.
He did do a comic called Beyond Eternal.
Ooh, cool.
It's on, I think, like a permanent hiatus, I guess.
Ooh, sweet.
So that's not sweet.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
I left on a cliffhanger, and he hasn't updated, and like it's been like abandoned for years.
Oh, okay. I thought. Okay, never mind.
A freaking priest guy fell into like committed suicide by jumping into a large pit of fire, muttering some words of failure that hint towards something, but it just ends there.
Don't you hate
Spoilers.
cliffhangers in comics? Because comics are like our mainstream media. Like, you know, I mean, besides artwork, comics are our second biggest, you know, mainstream thing in the fandom. And it's like our version of movies, you know, which comics
Yeah.
are coming out, which ones are good, which ones are bad, you know. Have you read this comic? And I hate it when they end on cliffhangers. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
This is why I haven't read not Better Days, the sequel to it, Jay Naylor, which, you know, Better Days is my favorite comic by Jay Naylor. It was finished back in 2009, but he did a sequel to it called Original Life, and it's still in the process of being made. Like, you know, he releases a page, like 2 pages a week, I think, but I'm not reading it right now. Like, I read most of it, but I kind of decided to stop and wait like a little while until it's done, because I hate cliffhangers, and if I read it, and like it stops at a cliffhanger and I have to wait like a week for the new page to come out, it's just gonna kill me, you know. I can't stand that, so I'm waiting until it comes out. Lucky me, I read Better Days after it was out, like after every page was finished, so I had no problem with that. I could take it at my own pace, and it was great. But this is different. Like, this is still in the process of being made, and I don't like cliffhangers. So I feel for you. I feel for you.
The thing I like to is I'll just wait a while, and then spend like probably like the entire night catching up.
Yeah.
Then I'll wait another like year and continue on from there.
Mm-hmm.
Where I left off.
That's kind of what I'm doing with Original Life. So, which, by the way, for the is anyone else like an avid Jay Naylor fan? I mean, really, because I've always wanted to discuss with somebody what they thought of his recent, you know, change in art style. Because for those of you who don't know, if you read Better Days and then look at Original Life, like his new stuff, it's very, very different. The new stuff is very much more detailed, but not in a, you know, it kind of takes away the charm of the simplistic style that he had before. But it's kind of got its own charm now. It's really hard to describe unless you see it. But just look up Better Days on Google or something if you haven't read it already. And then look at his new stuff and just tell me what you think. It's some people like it, some people don't. I'm kind of in the middle. Like, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. So, you know. Anyways, this stuff in the background right here, this is his older stuff. And then if you look up his newer stuff, it's, you know, much different. It's kind of got relatively the same style, but it's hard to describe. I'm not even going to try anymore. Just try and look it up. It's a little bit different. But I've just always been looking for someone else who felt the same way, so I could discuss it with them, see what they think about it, see if they think it's a good decision, his recent change in art style. So I don't know. Maybe he's just trying new things, and I'm not upset about it or anything in any way. I'm just kind of intrigued to see what anyone else thinks about it, you know. So, anyways.
Yeah.
So looks like, well, okay. Let's think of any other character crushes that we might have. Before we move on, because I'd kind of like to. Okay, so I got Maid Marian and Crystal, because those are the obvious ones. But what else?
I guess looking at your monitor, looks nice. This looks decent.
Yeah, it
but
does.
then again, this secondary monitor over here is a old, so it's
Yeah,
have nearly a resolution.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Anyway.
Yep. Anyways, I'll think of something, but I've had a couple others that I can't think of right on the spot, but I've had some in the past. So, anyways, I guess it seems as though we have run out of stuff to talk about.
Did we?
We did. Do you know what that means? It means it's about time to wrap up the show.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, for those of you who don't know, we usually just go until we run out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of the theme of this. It depends on how much stuff we have, depending on how long the show is. So it seems as though we've covered everything.
Not to mention how long the computer lasts before it explodes. And since traveling over, killing everyone.
My computer will do that eventually. It'll just self-destruct and be like, I'm sick of this, and just lose its mind. Anyways, I guess it's about time to wrap up. So, oh yeah, shout-outs. We definitely have to do shout-outs before we go. Yes. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in and or listening to this episode of the one and only Claus and Convo. I guess we can do the shout-outs in the chat room. Seems we have, Dante Padfoot and Striker Chiguar. And the people that are signed in are Fallon McDuncan, Hematite Bear,
and Tony
Rabbit. So, I mean, those are the people that are signed in. I mean,
he's an otter now.
Yeah, he's an otter.
Remember?
Did I say rabbit? I'm sorry. Yes. It just kind of flows. Felling McDuncan says, "Lol, mine sometimes crashes Second Life at times. Yeah, mine crashes a lot of other things, including Ustream.
What for Second Life, what you need to do is get Firestorm.
Firestorm, what's that?
That's a web. That's a viewer for Second Life.
Oh, okay. Does it work better than the default client or something? I see.
It looks a lot better.
Yeah. Someday I'm going to try Second Life.
A lot of the lag. And
he already has it.
He already has it, so.
And
you can actually go and mess with your settings so it would cut back the lag. And then it's got a bunch of utilities that the regular viewer does. But yeah, I guess he's got bad graphics, so.
Yeah.
You firms have to turn your graphics things all the way down.
Probably. And, wouldn't really hurt to get a new graphics card, that's for sure. Because the only reason I can run Skyrim is because I have a halfway decent graphics card.
Yeah.
So graphics cards are not really that expensive. They're not as bad as you think they are. You get a 1 gig one, which will definitely run Second Life for like $50. It's really not too expensive. I mean, they've gone down recently. That's what he's working on saving for. So good man. So, anyways,
I'm saving from MFF.
Yeah, so am I. It's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait for you guys to, meet some of my non-furry friends. I'm sure they'd love to meet you guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, looks like it's about time to wrap up the show. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in and or whatever you're doing, rating or listening to it in the car and the iPod, and listening to and also broadcasting over Strike Radio.
Watching it while listening to what?
Yeah, so you don't have to look at our faces.
Listening to something else. Because Fallon was. Where?
Somewhere in the chat there.
It's up there somewhere. I have to make fun of him for this because it's while we were on the break.
Oh.
It's.
I think you passed it. Okay. Well, while you're looking for that, in the meantime, if you guys enjoyed the show...
Alan Jackson.
Oh, Alan Jackson. Who is Alan Jackson?
Country artist, I think.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Well, go ahead and make fun of him.
Yeah. Country sucks. Just saying.
Country sucks. Simple as that. No, I'm kidding. I really don't care. Okay. Anyways,
it's kind of depressing that you kind of tune out this awesome music. With that.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the show, we would very much like for you to tune in live every week, Fridays at 5 p.m. Central. We'd really like your support. If you want to get involved in the discussion topic, that's what we like the most. If you want to get involved, the best way to do so is most likely emailing us at strikepod.studios@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you if you just want to send us a shout-out, discussion topic, whatever you got in mind. We would love to hear from you. And also you can get involved in the IRC and the Ustream chat. Last week it was not working, but now it is working, so we would love for you guys to get involved
And
in
of course,
that.
the IRC is always working.
The IRC is always working. The IRC is made of iron. So, yeah, anyways.
Anthrochat.net, if you're curious.
Yep, there we go.
And it's, of course, the Claus and Convo channel.
Yeah. So anyways, we appreciate you guys who have been watching the show live. Like I said, if you're listening to the show recorded or just, whatever, we'd very much like your live views, because that way we can get more.
Are you going to stick around for the after show?
Maybe.
Guess if you're down, I'm flipping a table.
Well, won't cause any more damage to it than it's already had. My friend Josh broke it.
We do kind of have to talk about, figure out what the future of the show is.
We have to what?
Figure out what we're going to do for the show in the future.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we could talk
after I
about that.
move and moving around and all that.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff that that needs improving, and we
we do.
kind of need to go over that. So
Yeah, we could.
let's just get
Yeah.
that out of the way.
Hematite Bear says we're headed toward the hot tub.
Yeah.
Waves, and see you all next Friday. We will see you.
That hot tub is awesome.
His hot tub is awesome, by the way.
But you didn't join us, so
Yeah. Anyway, once more, thank you guys so very much for watching. This has been the one and only Claus and Convo. I have been your very romantic and sexy host, Dante Padfoot.
and I've been Striker Chiguar.
And, so this has been a great show. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Death to tyrants, and long live King Richard.
Long live Dio.